You know what? I think it's really interesting. We are living in a time now where we see consumers of all walks of life have an expectation that every good product or service that they consume will somehow be tailored exactly to them. And as you walk the floor, you see that in spades. You know, yesterday we saw a augmented reality infused mirror that every day analyzes your face and tells you, where to put your moisturizer or where not to put your moisturizer. It feels like anything that can be quantified of your health, all in an effort to create some sort of better experience for you as a result of that quantification, is everywhere, whether it's a watch or a mattress or a toilet or a shower. Everything seems to be geared towards capturing data to then create a personalized, individualized experience for somebody. And I think when you think about television, it is not far off in the future where the future of television is going to be one that is much more individualized and personalized down to the individual consumer. I already mentioned that consumers sort of expect that in the day-to-day lives, but again, just walking the floor here, you see a tremendous explosion in the technologies that can produce content, the companies out there that are producing content, and the distribution opportunities to get that content in front of an individual. It's probably overplayed, and you've heard this a gazillion times, but Netflix has that in spade. The bulk of their money now goes to creating original content based on the data they know of what people are looking for on their platform. One of the key things that we think is pretty interesting as a result of that is that I'll call it previously underserved communities now suddenly have content, relatively on demand that's geared exactly towards them. Our team here in North America recognized that LGBTQ journalism and content was suffering because automatic whitelists and block lists and things like that were automatically filtering out that content from advertising dollars. And so we created a private marketplace of those approved publishers to ensure that content continued to live, because we believe that in the future that content, unique and individualized to the person, is going to be important.
And how could the future of TV become more personalized? Not to get too deep in the weeds, but what might that look like?
Yeah, I think the first thing is that television, as we define it, will not be at that set-top box that sits in everybody's living room, right? So that's number one. That meaning, all of these devices that we all have on us would be able to deliver television in that type of environment. However, if you say, okay, let's just assume though television remains primarily that large screen that sits in the living room, I think you start seeing technology being able to take a common viewing experience and make it more unique to the individual. There is one of the award-winning technologies that we saw yesterday is a very simple earpiece that sits in your ear, and it connects to the television experience. And if you like to listen to your television louder than your partner or children or whoever that's sitting next to you, you can listen to it louder. If you want to tune in to the music that's playing in the background of the movie you're watching, you can have the music play a bit louder than the dialogue that's happening. So you start seeing a technology like that takes a common viewing experience and makes it much more to the individual. I think the other thing you're seeing out on the show floor is explosion in augmented reality delivery devices. It's not an augmented reality delivery device, but there is a set of glasses, again, an award-winning entry here at CES, that for people who are dyslexic, which apparently is 10% of the entire population, just through a series of electrical impulses corrects the dyslexia. So it's fascinating, and they look just like normal glasses. So if you can just with some electrical impulses fix somebody's dyslexia while they're wearing a pair of glasses, very easy to see how some electrical impulses could perhaps create a different feeling or different mood or different experience for you versus a person you're watching with. And then to the augmented reality point, if they're glasses that overlays some other experience on top of the content you're watching, that I think could be even a more interesting way, or yet an additional way of delivering a personalized television experience.